Hello and good morning, because it's Sunday morning. I am Shonda, for those who don't know me, and I am actually going to be doing a 12-part video series, doing it every day on the laws of karma and from my perspective. So, with that being said, this is my experience with the laws of karma. I am talking from my level of understanding. So, some people may see it different. Some people may not agree. I don't know. But this is, basically what I incorporate in my life. And I have been for the last couple of years. And I'm a work in progress. So I can't say that I've mastered all of these laws, because there's one in particular that I struggle with constantly. And on that particular day of that law, that I'll talk more about that. But so why did I want to do this? Why did I want to share this? Because as I learned the laws of karma, I realized a lot of the laws were kind of taught to me already through my grandmother without realization. Because, I mean, she didn't use the specific terms, but the lessons she's taught me growing up and that I still carry with me, even though she's transitioned, I use them every day. I hear a voice in my mind every day. So, like I said, I'm a work in progress, so I still struggle with things, and I just felt, well, I don't know, maybe I should just share what I go through or what I deal with. How do I deal with things? Because I learn a lot. I sit on so much knowledge, and I know it's kind of time for me to start being more open about what I learned, to see if maybe what I learned can help somebody else. It's kind of how the Chakra Course was actually created. But we're not going to get into that, because I told y'all I wanted to keep these videos short, 10 minutes. I plan on uploading the series on my YouTube channel. On YouTube, I am Coram Holistic Center. I also plan on uploading it to my IGTV channels for my personal page at the DA Sincere Diva and at Healing Humanity Care. And between Healing, Humanity, and Care, they have underscores. Let's see. And of course, here I'm going to upload on my personal page as well as my business page, as well as some of the private groups I'm in, because, we have some deep discussion in there, and I just like to hear their input and spark conversations, things like that. So the videos will be in a couple of places. Today's probably just going to be on my personal page, though, because, yeah. Okay, so the laws of karma. What is karma? So karma is action, meaning cause and effect. What we do is what we get back. We've all heard that before. And so there's karma and there's dharma. And it's starting to thunder, so I gotta be quick before it starts to rain. Karma and dharma are two different things. Dharma, I'm gonna put it simply, what that could mean is, it is what it is. So it is what life is, those uncontrolled circumstances, and we have to work around those things, I guess you could say. Your karma can influence your dharma. Now, before I get too deep into this, I will say this. If you are not in a place where you are open to knowledge, open to, increasing your consciousness, whatever, some of the stuff I may say may go over your head. If you are in a belief system that you are conformed to, this is what it is, and there is no other, we won't connect. You won't get it, because you just won't see where I'm coming from with these things. So if you're watching this, hopefully you have an open mind. If you know that you don't have an open mind, maybe not watch it, because maybe it's just not something you're ready to hear. But I suggest people know this, because this is not just some kind of fooly-wang stuff. Like, I know people think that about some spirituality things, but this is real life. And like I said, these are things my grandmother taught me. So, and nobody didn't sit down with her with a book saying, look, this is the laws of karma or whatever. It is what it is. It's just living right, so shit don't come back on you. I'm just being real. a work in progress too. They're cussing. I'm not gonna cuss all throughout the video, but I just had to say that like that. Like, you know, you need to really just try to incorporate this into your life if you're open and ready to receive that. So those two things are different. Now your karma is action. So we create our karma, cause and effect. And so, and with that being said, I'm gonna move into the first law, which is the great law. We reap what we sow. What you put out into the universe will come back to you. My grandmother, you can't do dirt to people and think dirt won't come back on you. And if it don't come back on you, it will fall on your children. Yes, that's what she would tell me. And that basically means you need to treat people right. You need to, you know, go at people right or whatever. You need to handle situations in your life appropriately because, I mean, what you put out, it can come back to you, good and bad. So yesterday I had an experience and I was like, well, I didn't know what I was going to talk about in this video to give y'all an example. But yesterday I had an experience and I figured, as bad as I am still about this experience, that maybe I had to share this. So I'm currently in some office space. I am going to be moving soon. So that's kind of why I've been low key with things. But when I got there, some of my things have been taken, stolen. And it's because people have been going in and out the building, looking at the building apparently, to actually rent the space. And so in that moment, you know, I became angry, like, who stole my stuff? Of course, you feel violated if somebody takes your stuff. But then I'm the type of person, I don't take things that happen to me as curses or whatever you want to say. I take it as a lesson. So what is the lesson I stand to gain by somebody taking my stuff? You know, well, what is it that I stand to learn from this experience? And two things came to mind. The first thing was, well, of course, I don't steal from anybody. I mean, I learned that lesson a very long time ago when I was 6, okay? In a grocery store. If y'all are 80s baby, y'all know that back in the day, the grocery stores used to have like the candy out. And well, I mean, they still do some places. So anyway, so I was 6 and I was in a store with my mama, my cousin Phyllis, and my cousin, well, I call him D. Y'all probably call him 2, whoever watching this video in local. But I mean, that was my best friend. Still is my best friend to this day. Me and him, you know, we still connect like a moment never passed. But anyway, the purpose of this story was I took a candy and my mama didn't know, of course. You know, I'm just a kid. I'm just taking the candy, whatever. And we get in a cart and he says, Marie, Shonda took that candy out the store. Okay, so y'all know I got my ass whooped. And I was mad at him for a little while, got over it. But my point is, like with the cause and effect, every action has a reaction. Every cause has an effect. So I thought about that. That came to my mind last night, okay? And I thought, okay, so, and I don't steal from that moment, okay? Ever since that happened, that, she woke me up then with that. But anyway, I thought about how in that moment, how because my cause, I took that candy, the effect was I got my ass whipped. So I said, you know what? I looked at it from 2 points of view. Whoever did steal my stuff, you know, evidently they needed it more than me, they felt. And if so, you know, it is what it is. And 2, when you take things from people, you violate people in some way, shape, or form, you better believe that lesson will come back to you in some way, shape, or form. So that's how I looked at that. But the great law is just basically that we reap what we sow, you know. So practice that today, because I feel like in life, especially when you're at a point like when you're like really trying to work on yourself and you're trying to be a better person and you're trying to, you know, not react. And you're trying to understand that we have feelings, but we must control our emotions. That for some reason, things tend to want to attack you more so. I don't know if that's the case with y'all. Again, these videos from my perspective, but I find that every time I feel myself attempting to elevate, there is a new test. You know, they say every time you elevate, it requires a different version of yourself. So, I mean, that's understandable. The tests will come, the challenges will come, the obstacles will come. It's just being aware of those things. But, so I said all of that because I wanted to say this. So, if you're following this journey with me, I want y'all to actively practice these laws, okay? Like today, this is y'all exercise for today. The great law, what we reap is what we sow. So if you know you are somebody with just a nasty attitude, because people know they got nasty attitudes, okay? Don't think that, oh my gosh, she's so crazy and she don't, yeah, trust me, people know when they have nasty attitudes or just a nasty thought process just towards just a negative Nancy's, okay? One of those, whatever. Anyway, so my point is, if you know that there is something about yourself, whether you're negative, whether you're just obnoxious, whether you're mean, whatever, I want you to keep that in mind. What we reap is what we sow. Because people will do things to people, and then when the shit get done to them, they can't handle it. You know what I'm saying? They flipping out and, why are you doing this to me? You reap what you sow. But on the flip side of that beautiful coin, people who do good, y'all keep doing good, keep doing positive, because you know something, sometimes you would get so frustrated with life and you'd be like, I just should do this because such and such is doing this, and life just falling at their feet. No, be true to yourself. Don't think that you have to change who you are if you are a good person in order to get the things you want out of life or to be happier, anything like that. I think that, in the words of Maya Angelou, all great achievements require time. So stop putting yourself on a timetable and stop thinking that, you know, if you have to take shortcuts and be malicious to other people to get what you want, that will be a long, prosperous thing in your life. No. Because what you may feel is prosperous may not necessarily be that prosperous long term. You know, I don't know. The universe has a way of waking us up sometimes, and I feel like I'm just going all over the place because there's so many things that I'm thinking about that I want to talk about. But anyway, my point. Practice this law, the great law. That is our first example. As our first exercise for this series. So think about what you're putting out there. Thoughts become things. Words have the power to kill and destroy or to help something grow and uplift. So that's another thing. You know, what you're putting out is what's going to come back. So mind your thoughts. And what I mean by that is, so if you somebody who always thinking, life is attacking me, things don't ever go my way, you always thinking this in your mind. So, and then the external worlds, the outer reflection of this is things aren't going your way. Things are never right. You know, despite what kind of chaos is going on in your life at the moment, I highly suggest that you really find the strength deep down within, and everybody has this, to know that you're going to overcome whatever you're going through. And if you put that thought in your mind and you hold on tight to that thought in your mind, you can start overcoming those negative thoughts and your life will shift. Same thing with the things we speak. Again, what you put out there is going to come back. So if you are just constantly like just flaring out negativities, talking about people, just all of that unnecessary bullshit, it's time to stop. Look, let me tell y'all something. We are coming into a time where the old way of things no longer work. You know what I'm saying? Or the old way of just getting by it just no longer works. You know, it's time for your minds to open up and prepare for a shift that is currently going on right now. And I mean, through doing that, you really just have to go within, because a lot of times we don't want to be accountable for some of the shit we create. And to do inner work It is that. I have to figure out what part that I play in anything that's going on in my life. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I told y'all with Dharma. Dharma is like basically it is what it is. This is the flow of it. Now you need to figure out how to make your ish work during this flow. But with your karma, you have the ability to change that. You have the ability to redirect the way that your life plays out. And it's all because of the way that you act, the way that you perceive things, you know. So yeah, this video is 15 minutes. I didn't want it to be this long. I kind of wanted to get into the law, and then I start talking about other stuff. I mean, that's just what I do. So it's another disclaimer. If y'all watch these videos, I'm going to just be going off on a tangent sometimes because that's how I am. So yeah, so tomorrow is a new law. Y'all could draw comments down here under the video, questions about this particular law. If you incorporate this law into your life, please comment, share, you know. I'm sure people are reading even if they don't check like. Yeah, so that's basically it. So oh, next Sunday, a week from today, I am having a meditation class, and it's free. And so I like to focus on emotional healing, healing with the chakras, things like that, because it's what I know, you know, it's what I've personally experienced, continue to experience. Once you're balanced and you heal, please don't think you have to continue your chakra work. It is a daily process. It is. And you find yourself going back and forth, and that's a whole nother thing. But if you want to begin to learn about what this means, what I've incorporated into my life to change my life, then you can sign up at www.cdholistic.setmore.com/book class. And we're going to be talking about meditation and also the root chakra, intro to the root chakra exercises, because I'm going to do a 7-month long series, 1 workshop a week of the chakras. So it's going to be the root. Next month is going to be the sacral, and so forth. Keep on. So it's about to rain. I'm about to cut this video off. I hope it was informative. So yeah, and this law was pretty basic, okay? So some of the other laws I get into, they may kind of be around this length, because some things you really need to get into to really make people understand. But this one, what you reap, what you sow, straight up basic. What you do unto others is what you want, you know, is what's going to get done unto you. That's the basic concept of this law. Not hard to understand, you know, easy to comprehend. So y'all practice that today. Practice putting out what you want back to you. Starting to rain. Y'all have a blessed one. Peace be upon all of y'all. Okay. See you tomorrow.